Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 2. Last time, we finished up all of our item creation for the time being, and began a quest in order to power up the Liqueur Hope by going to the Hoffmann Ruins. And we need to go to Hilton in order to do that. There's one item that is worthwhile stealing around here. Florist, Leon's mom there, she does have something that could be considered useful if you want to grab it. And that would just be, it's one of the flasks for item creation. I think it helps alchemy. But we've already item creationed all that, and it was easier in my eye to do that. Yeah, so this guy that I tried to steal from last time, he has a jack-in-the-box, and I failed to steal from him. What a jack-in-the-box does is it gives you a random item, much like the treasure chest item, but instead of 3 items, you only get 1. So, anyway, figured I'd mention that. Guy seems really full of himself. No, sir, Master Leon. Okay, you do realize he's a kid, right? You don't have any of that. I do like this theme, even though it is vastly different from what we expect to hear in a town. It kind of makes sense right about now. Kind of eerie. And we have to do the same thing again by telling somebody else that we're on our way out. All right then. All right, and with that being said, oh, we can do private actions here. Really? I didn't think we could. He basically goes back to where he was, he would have been before. I don't think any of the shops are active at the moment. No, they're not. Anyway, I didn't think you could do that, so there you go. Learn something new. I guess you'll want to make sure to pick up all of the healing items out of the shops here beforehand, when I did right after we left, because if not, then you'll miss out on all of them. All of the equipment we'll be able to still get. It's going to be at the front line there when we go up there. I'm not sure if it's there already, but for now, we'll just head back to Hilton.
There's the enemy.
Things will work somehow.
Now, I know I just got Opera and Bowman. We haven't really shown off much of them so far in this LP. But as you can see, we're doing crap tons of damage, and you're not going to see much for a little while anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the next dungeon after we go through any of the plot significance here. On Reyna's path instead, just because I think it would be more interesting to see some of the other characters and how they respond and how they build up the, in terms of strength and their moves and stuff like that over time. These 4 here, you can steal bucklers and plate armor, plate, I think what is it, plate mail, plate helm, and plate greaves or something. Doesn't really matter. We have better stuff now. And we want to talk to this guy here. And doing so, we basically just get ready to go. One thing I forgot to do is save, though. So I want to go and save before doing this, and then we will head over. Okay, ready to go. Let's make a quick save file there. Yes, they do it again, where you have to travel on the ship, and it's very, very slow. Even with fast forward, it's so slow. But you go to a different spot, so head over here. It's a continent covered by icebergs, but there's no snow on the ground. Don't have anything to add to that. It just makes no sense. All right. So we're ready to go. There's not a whole bunch of stuff we can do on the continent. There really is just the one thing. Our return point, if you're wondering, isn't visible. It's just go to the beach in that corner. You can go all the way back, I think, if you need to, like if you need to use an inn or something like that. But that's pretty much it. We get some pretty cool upbeat music for here. The Hoffmann Ruins. Reminds me of, is it Ibsen's Castle in Final Fantasy IX? Just the long corridor, the long stairway up at the start. A dead end. Now, after the start of the, when we meet Leon, he's completely dissing everybody and acting rather spoiled. Now he starts referring to Claude, or in Reina's case, as little, or as big sister, but he refers to Claude as big brother. I'm guessing that's a Japanese thing, because I know that definitely happens in plenty of anime, but where people who aren't related are referred to as a brother or something like that. But yeah, for whatever reason, he's very full of himself, and then he's like trying to cozy up with us. It's kind of an odd character turn. Well, that didn't work. Let me guess, it's a timing puzzle. So you're failing all around then. Good job, kid. Yeah, you could do this by yourself. Remember that. In the last episode, he was saying that he could do this entire thing himself and that we would be in the way. Usually it opens so easily. Yeah, you can do this all on your own, buddy. All by yourself. No help at all. You don't actually have to press the button, by the way. You just have to press the button to move the dialogue. Now that actually looks pretty cool, to be quite honest. Now we can go forward. No, we opened it. You did half of it. Anyway, now I'm going to bring Reina's party in here so we can explore it and have some battles with different party members. And I will see you inside. Okay, there we go. We've changed paths. Now, to take a look at my equipment setup on this path, it's slightly different. We have the braze knuckles, which I was able to pickpocket from Bowman. You still have the evening dress, that. I had you on stealing details, so we had some different gear. Fairy ring, Sturm ring. Here we're very much the same, except for we didn't get the core plates because we weren't able to do that little quest there with Claude. So we have plate mail instead, the one I got from Grandpa Gamgee, and then I did pickpocketing on the soldiers that were in Hilton that I mentioned had plate gear, and stole the plate mail. It's the only one I needed from there. And we still have fairy rings, berserk rings. The shield sword you can pickpocket from Ashton overnight at Bowman's place. He has steel armor, and everything else is pretty standard. The Ultra Punch you can pickpocket from Pressis overnight at Bowman's place, and so she's got that. And yeah, pretty much the same stuff we would expect them all to have. Stripped you of your stuff, and yeah, you have pretty much the same stuff I think on both paths, except for maybe I gave you those or something. I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. And as far as specialty, let's see here. We've learned protection, but we don't need that. You are working on Burst Knuckle and Energy Sword. I haven't done anywhere near the same amount of work on Claude on this path. Here we have Piercing Swords and Leaf Slash. Nothing's really changed since the last time we saw Ashton. And over here, we've used Hop Step a whole bunch. But now we've got Alley-Oop and Mole on. There are some somewhat decent techs for her to have at this point in the game. And we're all sitting at about level 34 there. As far as our skills go, I think we're mostly set up the same way as far as our skills here. Except for, in Reina's case, I've given her some more of the attacking ones for a reason that we'll be doing a little sub-quest after we get out of here. Pretty much everyone else has got a lot of the same stuff for our skills. Just do everything that gives you a stat until it doesn't become cheap anymore. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much it. Okay. Let's go in here. Treasure. Cure Stone. You may want to bring some Cure Stone, Cure Paralysis items on your way in here. Recoil bracelet we were able to item create already. It's not really all that good. Angel hair. And a light box. A light box is for, what's her name? A lot bracelet we were able to create as well. This thing is really weird. Strange bracelet that changes all damage done to the enemy from double to 1.4. So it randomly does, I think it's the damage you receive, not the damage you do. Anything between double and a quarter as much damage. So it's a crapshoot. I'm not a big fan of this at all. But we were able to get that through item creation. What was the other one? I did get the Jack-in-the-Box on this file. The recoil bracelet. We've seen this before. It's not necessarily all that good. At least I think we've seen it before. And what else did we just get? Light box. Yeah, that's the one I had already stolen from Opera in Liqueur there. And the angel hair might protect the wearer, so it's garbage. Gotcha. Okay, so I'll show off how the link combo works, and might as well just use this. I can't use it? Maybe I have to use it not in a dungeon or something? That's weird. Anyway, so let's go on you. Link combo. Now, I believe you go into specialty, killer moves. Do I have to... I'm not exactly sure how that works. I've not used that in so long. Yeah, it allows you to put 2 killer moves in succession so that I can go... No. Say, go from Burst Knuckle into something else. Ah, there we go. So set it to steal. You gotta steal someone. You have to press triangle to do that. They don't really tell you that, but I can go steal from Ashton, and then Ashton can't use any killer moves in battle, but I can use 2, one right after another without having to press the button again. It works a little better when you have some different text to use later on in the game, but for now, it really doesn't matter. And now I gotta reset up his. There we go. But yeah, that's kind of how that works. Now, this area is somewhat confusing. We did the stuff over there. That's pretty simple. Here's a save point. It's worthwhile using. Go. And let's head into an elevator. Does nobody else realize that there's an elevator here and that's strange? No one else thinks that's strange on an underdeveloped planet? No? Okay. So this area can be very much a maze, especially without a map. This would be a nightmare to do without a map. Holy Mist. And a green barrel, which we don't need. Now, there are a number of little kind of minor events that we can do in here. Run away! Run away! As you can see, they're doing their job quite well. Yeah, in Mole, she just goes into a tank. She goes into a freaking tank. Okay, now, did I miss anything around here? I thought there was something I could blow up. Maybe it's here. But yeah, basically there's, well, these were those enemies that we found before. If you remember, we ran into these guys on our way up to the Liqueur front lines. But yeah, they're a little more manageable now that we've got better gear.
I did it. Okay. Lucky.
You're not that lucky, Presses. Ashen certainly isn't, but... oh, there's a treasure chest. Now, I think it's the one over here. Ah, there we go. We'll show off one of these, and then I'll go consult my map. If you go here, there's a lever. Press the lever. 2 things will happen. 1, it'll blow up a hole, usually leading nowhere. And 2, it does damage to you. It looks like it does about 50% damage to you. So just make sure after you do each of them that you do cure all and problem solved. I think this is one of one or two that opens up a path that leads to additional items. Most of them just blow up a hole in the wall and deal damage to you. They don't do anything else. But I'm going to blow them all up anyway because I can't remember. Okay. Now, there should be one more treasure chest here. Orichalcum. Oh, by the way, I was able to successfully steal from Sophia, or whatever her name is, the kid there in Liqueur in the castle. And she didn't give Damascus this time. She gave Orichalcum. So for the most part, I'll probably leave a majority of the battles in on this dungeon, just so that we can see some of these other characters, you know, do some battle. There is an enemy around here, I think, that can drop some rather interesting items. One or two items, anyway. I think it's just someone can drop Damascus and Orichalcum. I can't remember for sure, though. Anyway, remember this place because I will be coming back here off screen. But for now... Oh, new enemies. Holy crap, look at them all. Now, these guys can be annoying, so I'm going to use Light Cross, even though I won't do a lot of damage with it. But the idea that I want to do here is I want to stun the enemies so that they won't be able to block my other attacks. Or I could one-shot them. That works too. Oh yeah, they can drop Fine Shields. That's pretty cool. Of course, I've already had a Fine Shield for quite some time. Let's see here. Unfortunately, I think I've only got one person who can use it anyway, but it's there. So now we're going to start heading backwards. This will lead to another one. I don't think this one leads to anything. Yeah, that one just does damage. I'm not going to bother healing because I'm lazy. Treasure. And there should be some treasure down here, too. Right here. Can't remember what that does. We were able to item creation it, though.
This is cruel.
These guys can paralyze you as well, so kind of be aware of that.
Piercing sword.
You may want to use paralysis checks if you're worried about it. Yeah, her mole thing, she becomes invincible for a little while she uses it, and then she hits the enemy like that. It's a rather good demonstration of that. But yeah, Presses is relatively useful at this point in the game. And we learn Tractor Beam. Yeah, all of our characters have stupid lines of dialogue when they level up. Alright, just so you know where we are, I'm just going to come down here for a quick second, even though we're not going to continue going this way. Let's see. Yeah, there's this big room in the middle here. Just kind of remember that for later. Kind of down to the bottom. On both sides, we'll kind of see that it's, there's kind of a circular room.
What? Piercing sword.
Yeah, these guys can handle most of the enemies around here pretty well now that we all have Berserk Rings. Even if you don't bother to item create them and you don't have Berserk Rings, you're not going to have too many difficulties around here. A little bit, but not too much. So yeah, basically, just kind of remember that because we're going to go back through that area later. Just wanted to kind of make things simple. And if we head back up here, we want to head over to the left.
Wow, she looks strong.
This is bad.
They are kind of strong.
Piercing sword.
I'm not sure if they can petrify you as well, but they can definitely paralyze you. Leaf Slash is a pretty cool ability. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it gives him some good invulnerability on the way, kind of like Mole. Okay, so let's head down here. There should be a couple of treasures down here. One up here. A dictionary. That'll be a new weapon for, what's his name? Might as well do that again. Light Cross, sure. Speed things along a little bit. Hey, go away. Go attack the fighters. Don't attack the mage. Alright, down here. Cure paralysis. And I believe there's one more item down here. Maybe 2. 1, 2, 10. Oh no, it's just one of these things. Okay, we'll blow this one up. Alright, so remember that spot we blew up where we actually got to go into an area? I said I'd meet you back there. That's where I'm going to start the next episode there. There's nothing else around here. But let's just show off that dictionary real quick for you. Yeah, so it's quite a bit better than what he came equipped with by default, but still not great. I'm not even going to use him on this path, so it doesn't really matter, but let's just heal up. And yeah, that's pretty much all for this one. Next time, like I said, we'll start back over there, and we'll finish up the rest of the dungeon, and then we will follow Claude's path on the way out, because there's an extra scene if you decide to recruit Opera and get everything all set up on her end. So anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.